Move fast and break things. Blitzscale or die. Speed is the only advantage. For 2 decades, Silicon Valley sold us these doctrines of velocity while building a graveyard of unicorns. WeWork went from a $47 billion valuation to bankruptcy in 2 years. Theranos turned $9 billion into fraud charges. QB burned $1.75 billion in 6 months. FTX, $32 billion just gone. These were the logical conclusions of a doctrine built on speed without substance. There is another doctrine, the same one built Amazon, Singapore, and Berkshire Hathaway. That doctrine says speed finds the edge, while patience builds the empire. We're here to break down the math, the examples, and the equation that separates billion-dollar crashes from trillion-dollar dominance. This is Chapter 14 of Learn Fast, Fail Quick, Dominate Slow. The synthesis chapter where we bring it all together. Before we continue, I'd like to ask a favor. Please subscribe to our channel. We appreciate your support. Every subscription and like helps us grow and bring you more content. Let's continue. The patience premium is about being deliberate in compounding. Let's break down the equation. We start with the single most powerful mathematical concept in business, and that's compounding. If you improve by 1% every day for a year, you don't end up 365% better. You end up 37 times better. 1.01 to the power of 365 equals 37.78. That's the difference between addition and multiplication, between incremental progress and exponential domination. Now flip it. Decline by 1% daily and you lose 97% of your value in a year. 0.99 to the 365th is 0.03. This is how WeWork happened, how Theranos happened. Small compromises, compounded daily, don't create small failures. They create total collapse. Warren Buffett made his first million at age 30, but 99% of his $100 billion fortune came after age 50. Did he get smarter? Did he make some drastic change in strategy? Nope. Compounding needs time. His skill was investing. His secret was patience. As Morgan Housel wrote, his secret is time. The snowball needed a long hill. Patient domination follows a 3-variable equation: population growth, production capacity, and technological advancement. When these 3 compound in alignment over decades, you get civilizational level dominance. Population is a workforce. It's a consumer base, an innovation pool. From 1980 to 2010, China added over 500 million people to its working age population. That's patient execution of a 45-year doctrine they called reform and opening up. More people, applied over time, creates exponential production capacity. Production capacity is the multiplier. Japan went from $150 GDP per capita in 1945 to becoming the world's second largest economy by 1968, just 23 years. Singapore went from $500 per capita at independence in 1965 to $85,000 today, ranking 3rd globally. They built manufacturing, logistics, finance, and technology infrastructure with ruthless consistency for 6 decades. Technology is the accelerant. Taiwan committed to semiconductor manufacturing in 1987 when the industry was wide open. TSMC spent 37 years building fabrication expertise, process technology, and customer trust. Today they control over 60% of global semiconductor foundry capacity. Apple, Nvidia, and AMD all depend on TSMC. Now, does that sound like a sprint? That was built in a marathon with compounding technological depth. Amazon didn't make an annual profit until 2003, 9 years after founding, 7 years after going public. Investors screamed. Analysts called it a bubble while Bezos played a different game. He didn't optimize for quarterly earnings. Rather, he compounded infrastructure, distribution networks, technology systems, and customer trust. By 2017, Amazon made more profit in a single quarter than in the total of its first 14 years. That's patient capital compounded. Singapore had no natural resources, no hinterland. A tiny city-state kicked out of Malaysia in 1965 with a GDP per capita of $500. Lee Kuan Yew's doctrine, education, infrastructure, rule of law, and zero tolerance for corruption. 59 years later, Singapore ranks third in the world in GDP per capita at $85,000. That's compounding institutional quality across 6 decades. Buffett didn't become a billionaire until age 56. He had already been investing for 30 years. Here's the power of compounding. 99% of his wealth came after age 50. The first 20 years built the base. The next 50 years let the snowball roll. Speed found the edge. Patience built the empire. So here's the doctrine. Learn fast, test, iterate, and find the edge quickly. Fail quick. Kill what doesn't work before it kills you. But once you've found that edge, dominate slow. Compound it. Stack infrastructure. Build institutional depth. Let time do the heavy lifting. Now ask yourself, what's my population? Who am I serving? And how do I grow that base? What's my production? What capability am I building every single day? What's my technology? What tools, systems, or processes am I compounding? That's your equation. That's your patience premium. Full breakdown in Chapter 14, link in the description. Speed finds the edge, patience builds the empire. We'll see you in the next one, Chapter 15, the final chapter of Learn Fast, Fail Quick, and Dominate Slow.